Hello and welcome to match number 124 of the iconic I-League, one of the most prestigious football tournaments in India. And today we have an absolute exciting game between Shillong Lajong FC and Real Kashmir FC. Now, as the business end of the tournament approaches, we will have an absolute amazing game. There, of course, you can see the dressing room of Shillong Lajong. The match is being taking place at the SSA Stadium, which is, of course, the home ground of Shillong Lajong. And we will shortly see Bobby Nongbit, the head coach of Shillong Lajong, who will be speaking. Okay, we'll come to the interview of the coach as well. But, of course, if you take a look at their previous performance, Shillong Lajong, remember, Shillong Lajong coming on the back of a 2-1 victory against Aizawl FC, and now determined faces leading the charge, of course, Bobby Nongbit and the team bus right now entering into Shillong, which is present in Meghalaya. Of course, Buam and Lingdo had scored the goals for Shillong Lajong. Like we mentioned, we'll shortly hear from Bobby Nongbit as to how he approaches this high voltage game of the I-League.
Yes, it'll be a very good match against Real Kashmir. But the best thing is that we are at home and we are wishing to actually play a good game at home and attack as much as possible. And the best thing for us is to score as early as possible. And we're looking forward that the boys perform today, since we are playing at home, and we take full advantage of this home match.
Absolutely, there were a couple of key phrases which Bobby Nongbit said, of course. I mean, attacking up against the most solid defensive department of the tournament. Of course, this is your commentator Shayun Gupta, and joining me in the comm box is Vashor Ghosh. Vashor, how do you take a look at this game? Of course, this is the dressing room of Real Kashmir.
Intriguing is what the game can be summed up as. Ishfaq Ahmed will be looking to make sure his troops are still motivated. Mohammedan have taken a giant leap at the top of the table, have a massive lead, but they will still try. 5-6 matches more to go for both these teams before the decider comes up, the deciding week. But this defense is solid, and as Bobby Nongbit said, he would go attacking. We'll soon hear out how Ishfaq plans to tackle those ideas. That's the team rival of the away side, and Ishfaq had a word with us. The man in charge has really changed how Real Kashmir play, and that has worked in favor of the Snow Leopards, really.
Nothing much, just come here, play good football and try to win, get 3 points, and that's it.
There was a sense of calmness in what, Ishfaq Ahmed said, and just like his simple answer to our question, he expects that they would have a simple approach. But like my co-commentator just mentioned, that Mohammedan SC have taken a giant leap. 10-point difference they have. A win for Real Kashmir in this game would reduce the deficit to 7 points. So a lot to play for at the SSA Stadium.
Well, indeed. But Shillong Lajong, they at this very venue, with the backing of this crowd, look very, very dangerous. And there's the lineup. Rajat Paul Lingdo maintains his position in goal. Kinsai Kongshit, Ronnie Wilson, Daniel Gonsalves, and Kenster Kashong in the back line. Hadi Nongbri, Tamait, Renan Paulino, and Eric Pista in that midfield, with Frankie Puam and Marcus Silva Rudware up front. A very different approach. We'll talk about that soon after we look at the Real Kashmir lineup too.
Real Kashmir, of course, coming on the back of a draw that essentially was 2 2 points going down the drain up against Gokulam Kerala. It was always a tough game because you're playing against an away side, and of course adapting to the temperature is also a big narrative. But despite getting the lead in the previous game, Real Kashmir squandered after a goal from Gokulam Kerala in the previous game, despite Alex Gomez not playing in that previous game. Real Kashmir couldn't really lay their hands on those 3 points. And of course, if we take a look at their formations and their starting 11, of course, Mohit Shabir with 10 clean sheets under his belt. 4-3-3 is the kind of formation they'll be playing in. And there you can see Muhammad Hamad in the defensive department. In the previous game, he played exceptionally well. Adnan Krizo and of course Henry Kiseka in the forward line for the Snow Leopards. Of course, if we take a look at the referees, Akash Kumar and of course the assistant referees Bishnu Das and Shourav Shorkar, both of them hailing from Bengal. Now the two teams coming into the ground, we'll see that, but there you can see the thing we were talking about, Real Kashmir in the 3rd position and Shillong Lajong presently in the 6th position. Remember, in the last 5 games, Real Kashmir have had 3 wins and 2 draws, of course. And on the other hand, Shillong Lajong in the last 5 matches have had only 1 loss. So an entertaining game, a thrilling game. We can expect that this game has all the ingredients of being an absolute crowd pleasing and an absolute thrilling game.
Well, of course, the brand of football which these two teams bring on the table, a difference, a variety and diversity on a single picture.
Customary handshakes, and there's a big and broad smile on the faces of all the referees and on the faces of all the players as well. It's going to be, of course, a Shillong Lajong in their blood red strip up against Real Kashmir, who are playing their, who are in fact wearing their away jersey. It's the blue, it's the men in blue who will be locking horns with the men in red at the SSA Stadium. You can see a lot of people have come towards the game and extend their support to, of course, Shillong Lajong. People of Meghalaya love their football. Football runs in the veins of all the traditional hearts of the football lovers. And this is a celebration of football. It's a celebration of the legacy and the pride with which Shillong Lajong play. We're going to have the toss, Muhammad Hamad and Renan D'Souza. And I think Hamad has won the toss, and of course he's going to take side. Hamad in the previous game up against Gokulam Kerala had those fantastic header clearances. And one of the key reasons why Real Kashmir didn't end up being on the losing side was because of Hamad's brilliant clearance. What do you have to make of Hamad's towering presence in the defense department?
Well, that 10 clean sheets you mentioned for Mohit Shabir, half the credit also goes to Muhammad Hamad and his defensive line with Shahir Shaheen, Wayne Vaz and Haider Yusuf. They have been so solid, but they are up against a fierce looking Shillong Lajong. I was talking about the lineup and the formation for Shillong Lajong. We'll wait to find out if it is that, but the team sheet we have received at least, that shows a very rare 4-4-2 diamond, which in Indian football is not very popular a formation, but that is very intelligent from Bobby Nong. But going with that diamond formation in the midfield with Renan Polino sitting back, maybe Damite will do the supporting work with him, sometimes go up, sometimes come down as well, and Hadi Nongri and Eric Pista doing that creative bit. But Frankie Buam, who is more of a striker, has finally found his striking position back with responsibility on his shoulder. He has been scoring goals in the last few matches, Frankie Buam. He'll be eyeing for more along with Marcus Silva there.
Absolutely, he's found his goal scoring spree. I mean, he's an absolute killer customer in front of the goal, of course. But look at how the Matt Lingdo, in fact, had scored that goal against Aizawl FC. I remember it was in the extra time that Lingdo had scored that absolute amazing goal from outside the box. But of course, it's going to be Ridware with that pushback. And off we go at the SSA Stadium for match number 124 for Shillong Lajong hosting Real Kashmir in a battle of heavyweights, in a battle of supremacy, and in a battle of passion.
Well summed up there. And Shillong Lajong, they will have a few more home games after this. Not too many. They've played a lot at the starting phase of the league. But their fans would want to cherish every little moment, every moment their side is back home. They have given us some wonderful performances. Bobby Nongbut has used his squad, has so well rotated them. Sometimes there has been mistakes, but the eagerness to come out of those mistakes and perform again is what makes them so special.
Absolutely, and there's a sense of free will. And there's a sense of calmness, an oasis of calmness to be very precise, with which Bobby Nongbit had said in the pre-match conference when we spoke to him as well. He was confident that his team would put a good display up until a few matches back. We'll come to that, but there was this incoming cross from Shillong Lajong, but it was taken in the hands of Mohit Shabir, one of the most improved goalkeepers in recent times in Indian football. 10 clean sheets isn't a matter of joke. It signifies his hard work. It signifies the fact that he has risen through the ranks. And Hamad in the right back position has been slow, clinical in the last few matches, especially in the previous game. It was absolutely fantastic with those clearances, with those interceptions, whenever the strikers of Gokulam Kerala were making a mark.
It is very interesting to hear what both the coaches said before the game. When Bobby Nongbut, he knows that Real Kashmir is the strongest defense in the league, 11 goals conceded in 18 matches. That's strong, this team, and hence they want to go in all-out attack. They want to try and break them first, but at the same time, we'll talk about that after this attack. Krizo's touch. Oh well, just couldn't keep it in, but just getting back to it. Ishfaq Ahmed, on the other hand, he had a very simple answer, as we all heard, and it was just play the normal game and just try to win it. That's all. There's no special formula, there's no special strategy. They are focusing on what they do best, their normal style of play, and well, hopefully that'll work.
Absolutely, and there you can see a little bit of a variation when he tried to take that corner, that floater coming in. Hamad it was, I think, who's so known to be prolific in the defensive department. Now with that header, I think his head is made of steel.
Well, just got in between the defenders. No one marking him. Look at Hamad. Marcus Ridware there. Kinsai Kongshit. No one aware of Muhammad Hamad behind them. A good crosser grinded in, but good positioning sense from Rajat Paul Lingdo.
Absolutely. Sticking to the position he was in, not moving an inch from where he was, Rajat Paul Lingdo. But that was amazing little run from Hamad on that occasion. He tried to find, but I think there is some sort of a confusion, and our referee for today is Akash Kumar. Like we were mentioning, Ishfaq Ahmed, the fact that he's kept such a simple explanation, he's kept such a simple answer, kind of signifies what Real Kashmir is going through. Nothing is in their hands. They need to win every single match to be mathematically still be in contention for their promotion, but they need to depend on Mohammed and SC now. They need to depend on their losses as well. That is never a pleasurable thing to hope for. You never expect the other teams to lose. You never want things to go out of your hand. You want things to be in your control. Now, of course, Hamad with that quick little throw-in decides to go against it. There's constant chatter, there's constant noise. You can all hear it in the ambient music which is being provided.
Well, and you were mentioning how they would want Mohammedan to lose some points, and for that, they have to take on Mohammedan at their den in Kashmir, and Mohammedan will be traveling there. So they will try to make sure they keep winning. Till then, Mohammedan's task will get tougher on the hills.
Absolutely. Once again, if we see how things panned out, there was a little bit of an altercation on that end. When was in the previous game as well, we saw in the left flank, he was delivering in those crosses really well. He was constantly switching from the aggressive third to the defensive third. Wayne was along with Hamad on the other side of the defensive line. They've been an absolute force to reckon with now, using the left flank, but just a little bit of a misdirected pass. Not quite getting enough on that one. Lingdo.
Corner for Shillong Lajong. And along with that, Mohammedan, if I'm not mistaken, will have to travel to this very venue as well, Shillong Lajong. This is one of those rare sides who they haven't been able to beat at home this season. It was a 1-1 draw with David scoring. But now, Hari Nongri can change all equations. He can make Kashmir feel uncomfortable with this delivery. Here comes a free header. Ronnie Wilson couldn't direct it. Generally, he is expected to, but in the last few games, his scoring boots has been missing.
It's a big game for Ronnie Wilson and Shillong Lajong, but the fact that they're not chasing the title anymore, the fact that they are just enjoying their game of football, speaks volumes about the fact that Shillong Lajong can now play a more cautious approach and now can play a more calm brand of football. Now using the right flank, a little bit of a misdirected pass on that occasion from Kin Sailang. The ball goes outside the goal line.
Indeed, they enjoy their football, no matter which position they're in the league table, and that is why even when they got relegated, they were an exciting team to watch with all 18 Indians in the squad, or even more. That's the match day squad sometimes. But well, this time they have the additions, some Brazilians who have added that spice to this team. Free kick near the center line for Shillong Lajong. Such a sight, this SSA Stadium in Shillong.
And of course, one of the key reasons why Shillong Lajong have performed so well in the past few years, like you just mentioned, is because of their head coach, Bobby Nongbet. Bobby Nongbet was one of the key reasons why they qualified to the I-League in 2023-2024 from I-League 2, of course. Now, Krizo once again, in the previous game as well, we saw Krizo just taking a while to get his bearings right, and then eventually he found the back of the net. But for Krizo to get into the zone, he would need a couple of opportunities early on. Here we go, using the right flank.
Now that looked like a foul, and it has been given a bit late, but given. Marcus Silva just dropping deep, but eventually they're all awaited. And Termite Lingdo, he has got a start. Will be so eager to see what he has got in his back for an entire 90, or maybe how much he is allowed on pitch. He scored a screamer last day against Aizawl FC to get a late winner. Getting the Shillong faithful on their feet. Here he is, Termite Lingdo. Just a bit of pressure. And Kamalisa. Carlos Lomba, he was suspended in the previous game or so, or a match ago, but today he's on the bench. So seems like Kamalisa is very well being habituated under pressure. Mohit Shabir does well. A tough fight here. And now from the left, Hari Nongri tried to feed it through to the Maita. Oh, that's risky. Oh, that's a giveaway from Wayne Vaz. Boom, driving inside the box. Goes to the far post. But there's one man through like a knife. It was Muhammad Hamad, the captain, the savior for Real Kashmir.
Once again, Just delivering the goods with perfection, exactly what his coach would want of him. Marshalling his troops from front. There you can see Wayne was loses possession and Buam on that. It was a deadly looking ball, but of course Marcos Silva couldn't really come right there. Not good positioning from Marcos Silva. Couldn't really judge the pace with which he delivered the pass on that occasion. Buam now on the counter run. Jeremy from the left, looking for a few options. Does so very well to get past the first line of defense, but couldn't really execute that pass well. Henry Kisaka, Krizo, building it up. Ralte, now to Jeremy. There is Wayne was. Chance and a little bit of a mishap from the goalkeeper. And we have the first goal. Fantastic finish, but the goalkeeper, Rajat Paul Lingdo, should have done better. It was a goal that should have really been stopped, but Adnan Ayub has opened the goal scoring for the Snow Leopards.
Well, I would differ a bit. The defensive unit just lost concentration there. Where was the marking again? A free run from between all the defenders. There was nothing really Rajat Paul could do, I would say. Look at that, too close. Wayne Vaz with the cross. Everyone deceived. Well, tried to keep it away. But anyway, could have done better, as you mentioned. With a mistaken defense, the lapse, no one marking Adnan Ayub. He's playing on the right, allowed to drive in. And Real Kashmir have taken the lead. And the story continues. It's difficult for them to contain the Snow Leopards, who are at the top half of the table. But luck hasn't really been the best for them. Got a touch to it, almost tipped it away. But even after having majority of possession, most of the times we have seen that, even against Rajasthan, conceded an unlucky goal early. And the blame was all on their keeper that day. It was Bishal Lama on that occasion, and then they went to Churchill, another unfortunate goal they conceded early on. They have a habit of conceding early on, but they do make fight backs, they do make comebacks. Remember against Rajasthan in that very match, they made a comeback almost 4-2 with 10 men on pitch, but then again I couldn't contain for the last few minutes.
One good thing is that the energy levels inside the ground is still something which is rubbing off on everyone. You can still see that the fans are coming behind the entire Shillong Lajong team. The drums are still beating. The noise is still there. It's still an electrifying atmosphere at the SSA Stadium. And fans play such an integral role in a football match, especially whenever you're in the Northeast. You can feel that this is absolutely exciting. Recently, the Santosh Trophy happened in Arunachal Pradesh, and it's really good to see that Northeast India contributing to Indian football and now trying to build it up. It was the goal scorer Adnan Ayub, decides to give it to Hamad. Building it up now, Real Kashmir. Here comes the floater, Krizo, but couldn't really get enough on that one because Ronnie Wilson was there to thwart the defense. And Daniel Gonzalez, the leading goal scorer for Shillong Lajong so far with 4 goals. You wouldn't expect a defender to have the leading goal scorer tag of your team in a competition, but that's how good Daniel Gonzalez has been. His constant ability to switch, his constant ability to move from the defensive department to the aggressive department, and those headers whenever there's a set piece has been one of the key reasons why he has those 4 goals up against him. But brilliant defending once again. That's exceptional defending from Haider Yusuf. And the 4 defenders, like you just mentioned a while back, Haider Yusuf, Wayne Vaz, Hamad, all of them, and of course Shahir Shaheen, all of them have just been so crucial for Real Kashmir.
Rajat Paul Lingto makes the collection, and of course he has been looking very, very confident at the back. I wouldn't really try and judge him with that one mistake. He's not got too many opportunities, but here he has got one. And Shillong Lajong will hope that it is the only 1 goal they have conceded in today's match. And even if not, they'll hope that that is less than what they eventually score. It is their home ground, but Ishfaq Ahmed will make sure his troops believe in them till the very last moment. 59% ball possession for Shillong Lajong, and dominating that stat. But these little flicks from Krizo have been the key for them this season for Real Kashmir, and this time not working.
Trying to build it up from the midfield. They have to be a little creative in that little midfield if they are to breach the defensive third of the men in blue, which of course is a big issue for most of the teams whenever they play up against Real Kashmir. But for Real Kashmir to get that goal, and Adnan's goal of course just speaks about the fact. Now a chance, little glimmer of hope for Shillong, but Shaheen was in the right position in the right time. Now Waz with that counter move. Krizo intercepted. Krizo, it just takes a while for him to get into the groove. We've seen that in the first half most of the times Krizo has not been able to find his best. He's not able to give his best foot forward, and always in the second half it's just something which Ishfaq Ahmed tells him. Intercepted, and Rikisaka it was. Ralte using the left flank so very well here, the men in blue. Shillong Lajong, misdirected pass, and once again just away from them. Once again, if you see Henry Kiseka, it was just fumbling on that approach. Shaheen in the right place and the right time, otherwise that would have been very, very risky. Back passes are always very risky.
Henry Kiseka dropping deep there to find Mohit Shabir. Goes long this time, but Daniel Gonsalves is there. Renan Polino. A great little interception from Wayne Vaz. He's the one who provided that assist. Drives forward so often. I've seen him in a different role this season. A player who generally loves to sit down deep in his defense, just be there in the back line. And this season we have often seen him go up in the overlapping runs, doing some step overs as well when needed, and has got a few assists to his name. Today was the day, and taking a bit of risk here. Mohit Shabir, almost a giveaway, and Adnan Ayub, has he kept it in? Not really.
That giveaway could have really resulted in the match coming into a level ground. That is exactly something which Real Kashmir would not want. Krizo this time couldn't really exude control when the ball came with him. Krizo has been an absolute force to reckon with for Real Kashmir. Yes, we were talking about the fact that it takes a while for him to get into the zone, to get into the mix. He's been the leading goal scorer for Real Kashmir so far. And Real Kashmir coming at the back of a draw. 3 wins in their last 5 matches, but all they need is wins. They've had 2 draws in their last 5 matches, and that is where they would expect that they should have finished with full points, because if they would have finished with full points, they would have had 4 more points, and the deficit, if they would have won today, would have just been 3 points with Mohammedan. Then it would have been very difficult for Mohammedan to play with a very, very open approach. Now if you see that Andy Chernyshov and Coke can play with a good approach. He'll come to that from the left flank. It was a tough angle, but just very, very poor finish from Hardin Ongri. Set piece once again. I think intercepted really well. Should have injected that cross a while back. Now Hardin Ongri, we've seen that in the past as well. He's the one who takes those penalty corners. Now he has to deliver a good floater. Floats the ball in towards the far post. But as you can see, Henry Kiseka was there, but just falls short of Henry Kiseka and Shaheen. Seems like he's just not happy with Mohit Shabir for some reason.
Well, but Ronnie Wilson was surely not happy with that bit of combination play at the back far post rather, as you can say that. And 20 minutes played already. Real Kashmir have the lead. They're feeling the heat as well. It is pretty cool in Meghalaya at the moment, but they are facing all those attacks. That one goal has surely helped them relax a bit. Here's Jeremy. Finds Ramdina. He's got a start today. Intervened. Quick exchanges. Renan Paulino, very strong to be dispossessed, but he still is. There was a wave of blue, and Buam has won it back. He's racing towards his aim, which he doesn't find eventually. Well, just that heavy touch took it away, but a bright idea. Attacks the space.
It was good work from Shaheen as well. Calm under pressure, just made sure that pushes the ball away from their defensive third. Now trying to build it up. King Sailat. Marco Silva. Look at how the crowd is simply coming behind Marco Silva every time.
That's
there
taken
is a
quickly
problem.
there. Meanwhile, and Puam from the right had to check back. And a little fumble. Back with Lajong. Hadi Nongri shows one side, goes to the other. Quick exchange. Renan Paulino has seen Hadi. Cuts back again, and Marcus Silva has missed the target. Didn't read the bounce well.
Good passage of play here for Shillong. Brilliant combination play, but that finishing touch was missing. There you can see Marco Silva. Then the little chip shot. And now Silva again. Hadi Nongri, look at how disappointed he is.
The
Was that
combination.
perfect volley pass. Marco Silva, and just that finishing touch not coming in.
What about that combination?
Brilliant combination. I mean, this is exactly what you would need from Shillong Lajong. They need to sparkle with rhythm and rhyme if they are to stage a comeback in the game. But that kind of combination in their penalty box is something that they would dream of and something that they would want to do over and over again in this game. Fantastic touches.
True that. But the headache in their mind will be that they haven't beaten Real Kashmir in 3 meetings which they've had in the past. This season, of course, the first fixture was in Kashmir, a 3-1 loss for Shillong Lajong. And Mohammad Inam, Kamalisa and Krizo, all 3 of them scored for Real Kashmir. And the crowd is not happy with the time being taken probably. And along with that, the only goal scored for Shillong Lajong, it came from Abdul Kareem Samb, who is right now playing for Churchill Brothers. Long throw.
A little bit of a fumble. And look at the crowd. They're enjoying this game. Long throw in. Of course, you've seen Ralte with that volley shot, but of course intercepted by Shillong. Now look at that build-up play, but good defending as well. Brilliant defending from Real Kashmir in the midfield. Just making sure, but these little back passes, Marco Silva is hungry for those little giveaways. He's really looking forward to those little giveaways. A lot of aerial balls right now, a lot of aerial passes. Now moving forward here, but intercepted. And now on the counter attack. Just brought down on that occasion Henry Giseka, all the way from Ghana. The mighty Lingdo. In the previous game, if you remember, up against Aizawl, it was because of the mighty Lingdo's brilliant goal that they found 3 points up their sleeve. But Arik Bista this time with Henry Giseka is lucky enough to not get a card on that occasion.
Just the stage of the game, and they're leading as well. And was in the midfield region, somewhat avoided the card, but has to be careful. Henry Giseka, very strong and physical presence to try and dispossess. And Bobby Nongba just having a word with Puam there. Maybe a few more instructions coming in along with that bottle of water. We'll have a look at that foul again. Harik Pista just trying too hard. Oh, it was more of a, a collision eventually. The initial touch was more like the foul, but after that both tangled and fell. And Henry Kaseka has come off worse in that challenge.
It's pretty chilly here in Shillong, but the crowd is still enjoying their football. It's good to see that despite Shillong Lajong not really being in contention for being the favourites of qualifying, they have different priorities, but the crowd is still here to enjoy and to support, and I'm sure that Shillong Lajong would be very happy to see the crowd and to see that there are so many people who are here to support them. 25 minutes up on the clock, roughly about 20 minutes remaining of regulation time in this half, and it's been a tale of contrasting fortunes for the two teams. While it's joy and ecstasy for Real Kashmir, it is a lot of work to be done for the men in red.
First, they have to deal with this free kick, and Muhammad Hamad, he's everywhere. Inside the box, in his own box, in the opponent's box, taking throw-ins, taking the set pieces towards the far post, and a much-needed clearance. Hadi Nongpri will try to feed it forward. A good movement from Puam, I believe. And there he is once again, Muhammad Hamad. Shillong Lajong with a quick restart. They know how to dance past all obstacles and quickly change around fixtures. And now Renan Polino wearing the captain's armband since a good long while now. Kinsai Kongshit is looking for Marcus Silva. Didn't find him eventually. A bit of a slip there, and Kenster couldn't keep it in. Agonizing. Haider Yusuf just taking his time, but Real Kashmir are unbeaten since 5 matches now. 3 wins and 2 draws. And what's interesting is the Snow Leopards in the past few seasons of the I-League were known as a team who struggle away from home. This season, Ishfaq Ahmed has made sure that one problem sure goes away. All those 5 matches have been away matches for Kashmir. But this is a bit of a problem for them too, when due to the weather conditions they are forced to play away from home for a long while. But they will soon be back home to their den, and they will be looking to take all points available in the next few matches.
And just like the players as well, the fans and the commentators and everyone would love for football to return to Kashmir, because it's such a beautiful and such an enchanting place. But Krizo couldn't really keep control on that ball, but then good work from Rajat Paul linked on that occasion. It was a good, decent ball in near the edge of the penalty box, but Krizo just hasn't been able to show his true form in this game. Had the same up against Gokulam Kerala, where in the second half he got that momentum back. Just something which Krizo needs to work on a little bit.
Well, indeed, Krizo has a habit of scoring against Lajong though, but that was more than good work from Rajat Paul Lingdo, just coming out early and seeing the heavy touch from Krizo and just rushing to collect it. And now Shillong Lajong is maintaining possession, playing a few passes together in the build-up as they like to generally. And across, feed it in. And no one approaching from that right-wing position. Needed to attack it there. But Mohit Shabir with a safe, easy collection.
So reaching the half-hour mark, and so far it's been Real Kashmir who are bossing the game. It was Adnan Ayub who had scored that goal. A little bit of a fumble from Rajat Paul Lingto. Should have saved it. But eventually it is Real Kashmir who have their noses ahead in this match. It's a packed stadium at the SSC Stadium, of course, in Shillong, Meghalaya. It's pretty cold. but still we are here. It's a good game between the men in red and the men in blue so far. Using the flanks so very well. They were using the left flank more predominantly, Real Kashmir. Now trying it out from the right. But that man on your screen who just went off your screen, Hamad, has been a key player. Now Henry Kiseka. What can he do here? Can he deliver that perfect goal? Perfect ball, in fact. Look at how Ishfaq Ahmed is marshalling his troops from the bench. Now Kiseka floats the ball in. Parried away by Rajat Paul Lingdo. But Jeremy now is looking for a little bit of space, but intercepted brilliantly. Now tearing forward on the counter, but just couldn't really execute that long ball well. The plan was good, the intent was right. Marcos Silva was there on the counter attack. He was waiting for those long balls. But this time, the plan just didn't succeed.
Well, they need to make sure that that kind of plans succeed sooner. An equalizer before the break will do a world of good. Kamalisa trying to feed the ball through to the right hand side. Too much on it for Adnan Ayub, but that background, that is fierce for any opponent. And that early goal will really help them. 30th goal of the season for Real Kashmir, and they have maintained any sort of lead very, very well. And whenever they scored away from home, they have really lost. Here's Jeremy. Oh, tried to go for goal himself. A feeble attempt to go past Rajat Paul Lingdo, who apart from that mistake has been pretty solid so far.
Absolutely. Once again, if we see Jeremy, but look at that run from the defender. Brilliant defending on that occasion from Ronnie Wilson. Just didn't let Jeremy breathe on the ball. I tell you, if that run wasn't timed and calculated well, Jeremy could have been very near to the goal, and then if he would have launched it, towards the far post, that would have been goal number 1 for him in this match. Kiseka, look at the confidence which is oozing out from his eyes at the goal scorer. Real Kashmir will be hoping to consolidate on their lead. Looks like there was a foul throw in. Just asking him to just go to his position from where the ball went outside. Krizo once again trying from the left, from the right in fact.
They have to make sure they do not give away possession so easily. Shillong Lajong in the midfield, that has been the story so far. Most of the times the touches, they have been a bit clumsy, and they have given back the ball to Real Kashmir very easily, even after winning it back. So they have to win it back and stay in control. And here's Kinsai Kongchit. Expertly done. I want it back here. And there's the question mark. They just cannot keep it once they win it back, but this time a bit of luck falling in their favor. Marcus Silva was stripped from behind, but he continues the run. A too difficult a task to go past Kamalisa.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Kamalisa. Henry Kiseka now. Jeremy. He has Krizo, but he decides to give it behind to Wayne Vaz. Ralte floats the ball in from the right. Just couldn't get enough on that one. Haider Yusuf.
Maybe Bobby Nangwat will thinking of an alteration of a plan, because Real Kashmir do attack down the wings, and when you're going with this kind of a formation, which is very interesting, and I like this formation, but at the same time it allows the fullbacks to overlap because there's nothing wide up front, nothing on the wings from Shillong Lajong, and hence allowing for Haider Yusuf and Wayne Vaz to go on the overlap. If you remember a while ago, the first goal coming from Wayne Vaz, assist from the left, but here's Shillong Lajong from the left. Again, miscommunication, and they need to improve that. Termite Lingdo near to the setup, coming from Bengaluru FC's academy, or rather the reserves. Last time he played, he was with the seniors too for a brief while.
Just about 10 minutes left on the clock. Now we're going to see a surprise. Are we going to see a surprise from Shillong Lajong? Interesting. Marcos Silva trying to press, trying to get under Hamad. Now we have a little bit of an open space. Krizo, chance, he takes a crack, but good defending once again from Shillong Lajong. Krizo once again not being able to deliver the goods with perfection on that occasion. Ronnie Wilson has been pretty solid in this match so far.
Really, Ronnie, even though he's not got those headers on target today, but defensively, which is his primary work, he's been doing it. That one moment where the marking was missing was made use of. Here's a corner delivered inside. Krizo's header should have been better, and again, no pressure on him, just stand and deliver, and they would be thankful that Krizo couldn't direct it goalwards.
Absolutely, but good defending as well from Daniel Gonzalez. He's a tall and towering figure, exactly the kind of man who should be assigned to mark Krizo. Both of them are quite tall, and it was because of his height that he could make sure that Krizo couldn't really get enough on that header attempt.
Well, Haider Yusuf once again winning that free kick, suddenly coming up on the overlap. Ramtina avoids his marker. Shaheen, towering figure at the back, and that'll be another free kick. Unnecessary to just wrap his arms around, and that has been the way to stop Henry Kiseka today. I would be so interested to see Shano and Figo Sendai coming up in the second half, maybe. But there's the foul again. Just almost a hug there.
And for real Kashmir as well, coming from the southern part of India to the northeastern part, it's taken a while for them. Now a chance. Of course, southern part of India, because they played against Gokulam Kerala in the previous game, and now of course coming to the northeastern part of India, adapting to the conditions has to be very important as well. Here Henry Kiseka, but Daniel Gonzalez, Shaheen, that feeble attempt on that occasion, couldn't really keep it on target here. Jeremy now from the left floats the ball in, but couldn't really keep it on target. Just about 7 minutes remaining in this half of regulation time.
It was Kenster with the delivery. Eventually could have been better. Mohit Shabir will be happy to see those all day long. But I mentioned Figo and Shano. At the same time, there's the likes of Kinsai Luhid and Lajong Boham. And if you're wondering why the crowd is erupting, it is because Mohit Shabir was taking a bit longer to take that kick than expected. Not sure if he's got a booking. Couldn't see the ref on frame, but the fans sure weren't happy.
Well, there's a little heated moment in the field, on the field in fact. Just piques the interests of all the fans. I mean, everyone wants a little bit of a drama, a little bit of entertainment in the game. Once again, Hamad, he's just so composed and knows exactly what he wants to do. Didn't leave his position, didn't leave his marker. Despite that, cleared the ball so effortlessly. Now Daniel Gonzalez moving forward. Just a couple of passes away from the mouth of danger for real Kashmir. Now look at the crowd. Speaking interest levels in them.
But tell you what, Akash Kumar Mehta, he's been spotting every little step on those throw-ins, be it for Real Kashmir, be it for Shillong Lajong. It was a clever throw to be taken quickly. But either way, Shillong Lajong has it back. Here's Ronnie. Kinsai Kongshit. That's a sweet delivery. Too close to Mohit Shabir, but that seemed like it went out of play before he collected it, but maybe not. He has kept it in, says the official, or still waiting for a decision.
Absolutely had to be a tad bit squarer on that occasion. And I think the ball has just gone outside once again. If you see Kingsai Kongshit. Oh, it's gone outside.
Well, it clearly did. He was trying to just drag it in, but the referees were all eyes on Hadi Nongbri's delivery. He'll have a second attempt maybe. He'll have a throw in rather. And now Puam. Hadi was free. Now Renan Polino. His vision has no question marks. But the spark is missing today. And Kinsai Kongshit. Oh, so very well done by Wayne Vaz to avoid the corner.
And this is exactly why we rate the defensive department of Real Kashmir so highly. They're not dependent on a single player or a couple of players. Every single player owns up responsibilities, puts their entire body on the line. It's going to be very hard for them to digest the fact that they might not qualify for the playoffs. I mean, if they do, it's going to be a fairy tale ending for them. But if they don't do, they need to take a lot of pride in their campaign, because Real Kashmir has been excellent, but there's drama unfolding. I think we're all set for the first booking of the night. Referee Akash Kumar has his yellow card out, and Daniel Gonzalez has been flashed that yellow card. Was also the leading goal scorer of Shillong Lajong in this tournament.
We'll have a look at that again, because Daniel Gonzalez thinks it was a foul on him. Oh, a high boot, clearly.
Drama, action, everything in unprecedented amounts. Look at the crowd enjoying that little slice of happiness on a Wednesday evening. You come back from your schools, colleges, workplaces, and then you're seeing such a high voltage game where it's that floater. But there was Daniel Gonzalez, and then of course Rajat Paul Lingto, who made sure that there was nothing more than just a second of happiness which Real Kashmir got. Ahmad now has to clear it away. There was Frankie Buam.
Oh, that is a bad blow. That is a bad clash there with Shahid Shaheen. A clash of heads, really. It seems like he has a case, but the play will be stopped because both of them have really come off worse of that and had injuries, treated with first priority and immediately stopped by the referee.
I think there will be a concussion check as well. Both the players have to go outside for a quick check, but it's good to see that the physios are running in and just doing their bit in this match.
But it feels there was a foul there, Marcus Silva. That is why he's not happy with it. And I felt for a moment too when he came rushing. There was Muhammad Hamad. This will make it more clearer. Marcus Silva making the run, and in comes Shahid, or it was Wayne Fast there. Oh well, I thought it was Shaheen for a moment, but he was just coming so harshly into that challenge. Marcus Silva just gradually up on his feet. A compulsory concussion check is done, I believe, already. It is made compulsory now. But Wayne Vaz has still stayed down. He has taken a knock too. And he's still trying to convey the message that there was an elbow from somewhere, which he felt. And 5 minutes added on at the end of 45, which might just extend a minute or so more.
An additional time of 5 minutes.
5 minutes of added time and 5 more minutes before we wind down on this half. And 5 more minutes for Shillong Lajong. I think is there going to be a substitution?
Well, not sure. We will, but the referee will have a word with his assistant. Maybe that is what Renan Paulino wants him to do. Hardy Nongbury as well, because they think they should have a free kick for it. It'll be a drop of the ball to start with. Shillong Lajong have it back then, and 5 minutes maybe from this very moment, and that will add up to 6 in additional minutes for Shillong Lajong to try and come back. Kinsai Kongshit, Henry Kiseka doing his defensive work. Marcus Silva got a touch, but maybe he should have left it alone for Hardy Nongbury.
Look at those slick passes from Real Kashmir. This time, long ball from Hamad wasn't really on point. I think the sole intention was just to clear it away from their defensive third, just to make sure that Shillong Lajong don't persist with that incoming onslaught. Now there you can see the men in red just trying to do something.
Haven't seen much of Damite really on that one occasion we saw right now. He's more of a defensive midfielder or a proper central midfielder, and then the role he was trying to play today at start. Ronnie Wilson. And Daniel Gonzalez, he's on a yellow now. He has to be careful from now on for an entire half after this. Renan Paulino. Look at what Henry Kiseka is doing every time Shillong have the ball. Be it on the left or right or center. He's just moving everywhere as a free man, applying that pressure on the Shillong players. Long switch. Not controlled well. Difficult one for Kenster.
Haven't seen a lot of action from Krizu as well. Krizu, the leading goal scorer for Real Kashmir, 11 goals under his belt. The joint third highest goal scorer in the ongoing I-League 2023-2024. Just getting consumed to try his best.
Oh, that seemed like another challenge which is worthy of complaints from Shillong Lajong. Henry Kiseka was surely offside. But still tried to play it, and he knew he was offside, and they do not like it at all.
It's a little bit of a drama, if you can see once again. Krizo with that ball forward, he definitely was not offside, but we will shortly see what is the exact decision.
Well, this was the offside moment. He knew he was offside, but still tried. But Shillong Lajong seemed like are on an attack here. It is very clear from the vocals on the background, really. You can sense. Well, not really, there's something else the matter. They have to take that free kick from a position which they weren't really willing to. A little behind there, a long ball forward, and now they might. Great skill to bring it down. Eric Besta. And Daniel not getting that space, that freedom. Every time they have the ball, there's someone in blue close to them. And they need to try and work out things better. Wayne Vaz has won it back. Credits to Ishfaq Ahmed, and that was again more of a tangle, but a clear free kick. These decisions, these little moments are all falling in Real Kashmir's favour. And the hard work and the plan for Ishfaq Ahmed just coming out better in this half.
Absolutely. Hamad with that rocket of a cross, Criso. But a good defending once again from Daniel Gonzalez. Now on the counter.
Defending.
On the counter. Look at that pass. But Hamad is right where he needed to be. Now from the left. Just about a minute or so remaining in this half. That would be the end of the first one, of course. Kongshit. Looking for a few options, of course. Couldn't really create that little layoff on that occasion for Kongshit. Lingdo, I think it was. We were just speaking about the Matt Lingdo a while back. Scored that goal in the previous game against Aizawl FC, which eventually was the decider. And remember, it was from outside the box, but that, of course, is the final whistle for this half. It's a 1-0 in favor of the Snow Leopards. It was Adnan Ayub had scored a goal in the 11th
At the end
minute.
of the first half,
Both sides have a lot of complaints here. Criso thought he had a penalty a while ago for Henry Kiseka, who was in the box at times. Mohan Hamad still complaining for a few things, but Renan Paulino and Hari Nongri, they are registering their cases where they were not getting the free kicks. But the man on focus, the creator in charge, who was absent for a while because of injury concerns, I believe, hasn't really been that firepower in the last few games, but he'll look to. And the stats at half-time, Shillong Lajong dominating possession 55% to 45, but Real Kashmir dominating the shots. 6 shots from them, just 1 from Shillong Lajong, not on target. 3 of those 6 on target from Real Kashmir. 6 fouls from Lajong, 3 from Kashmir, and a few yellow cards, 2 for Real Kashmir, 1 for Shillong Lajong. 3 corners for Shillong Lajong to 2 for Real Kashmir. And that's the only shot from Marcus Silva from inside the box. Couldn't find the target, couldn't trouble Real Kashmir. But Real Kashmir, they did trouble Shillong Lajong with those attempts time and again. And Jeremy with 2 of those. Criso with 2. Adnan Ayub with the deciding 1 goal for this half. And Muhammad Hamad with an attempt 2 with his header.
That, of course, was the shots that we saw and the stats. If you take a look at the fouls, Arik Bista, Daniel Gonzalez, Lingdo, Renan and Ken, of course, had a few fouls in this half. Shillong Lajong, most of it in the midfield region, none of them inside the D of the opposition. Just the 3 fouls from Wayne Vaz and, of course, from Jeremy. Jeremy with a couple of those fouls. The Snow Leopards will be pretty happy with the way things have panned out for them in this half. Once again, if you see match number 124, highlights of the first half, men in red started off pretty well, but it was eventually the men in blue who found the back of the net. Now, they were using the flanks really well. There was that little cross, and Hamad with that first attempt on target. And then Frankie Bouam, look at the pace with which he delivered that ball, but unfortunate that there was no one to receive it. There was another attempt which eventually found the back of the net. If you can see, perfect delivery from Wayne Vaz and that grounder, and a little bit of a fumble on that occasion from Rajit Paul Lingdo that found the back of the net.
Indeed, but they tried. They continued trying Shillong Lajong to come back. This was one of the most beautiful moves in this half. Well constructed with Marcus Silva. That attempt should have been better. And Jeremy's shot too weak to trouble Rajat Paul Lingdo, who after that mistake has done very well so far. Kinsai with a delivery from the right. There were a number of such chances, but the shots didn't come. And at half time, it is the Snow Leopards who lead in Meghalaya. It is Real Kashmir 1 and Shillong Lajong 0. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll return shortly with second half action. Welcome back for second half action between Shillong Lajong and Royal Kashmir. It is match number 124 at the SSA Stadium in Shillong. The Clouds are hosting the Snow Leopards. The lead in favor of Royal Kashmir, a 1-0 slender one. Lajong looking to overturn that. Royal Kashmir's strong defense will try their best to hold on. And with me in the comm box, Shanto Shengupta, welcome back.
Thank you so much. And of course, for Shillong to come back in this game, they need to punch above their weight. And they need to do something special. They need to conjure magic. They need to send out a statement that at home, it is Shillong who would emerge out victorious. Shaheen, the Syrian defender who's been so good in this game so far, floats the ball inside the defensive department, but of course couldn't really get enough on Henry Kiseka on that occasion. Rajat Paul Lingdo. And of course dancing to the beats and to the drums of Shillong Lajong's supporters would be Shillong Lajong's team, and would be hoping that they have a good game here. Now Krizo, now look at Henry Kiseka, good work from the goalkeeper Rajat Paul Lingdo. And now after that little fumble in the first half, it is Henry Kiseka and Krizo who were combining well, but brilliant work from the youngster. Krizo, like we mentioned, that in the second half he just takes a while to get his bearings right. And what a perfect pass it was to Henry Kiseka, who fired the ball, but there was a shield and there was a guardian of dream.
What a save. Quick reflexes, powerful shot. The clearance wasn't great there, and collected well by Rajat Paul Lingdo the second time. The first save wonderful, and the second one as well. There's something cooking, and it is a corner kick for Shillong Lajong, and they needed that confidence, and now they have that vocal backing on the background of the attacking side.
Shouts of Lajong, and Lajong as from the right whips in that cross, but feeble attempt, and Ronnie Wilson couldn't really get enough on that one. Kingsile at Kongshit was there, but there is a player of Royal Kashmir who's down. We'll take a look at who it was, but there you can see good sportsmanship spirit being displayed by one of the players of Shillong Lajong. I think it's Ronnie Wilson. Who is the player? If we can have a closer look.
It's more than a friendly chat, Shanta. There's something going on. He is, of course, not charging at them, Ronnie. That is a friendly exchange, of course. But Muhammad Hamad, Shaheen, Wayne Vaz all surrounding the official, just trying to give a point that there should be a card, maybe. And it's again those kind of moments which need to be dealt with better. We'll have a look at that again. This was the goal in the first half, the only goal of the game. Wayne Vaz with the delivery, and no one closing down Adnan Ayub. But a good passage of play from Royal Kashmir, helping them get the lead. A little fumble at the back. Clear statements from the stands that they do not like the decision, and they do not like the time running off. Packed almost. Be it a weekday, be it a weekend, be it a 2 p.m. kickoff, be it 7. And they have impressed one and all with their presence. They are so important for this team. And now Hadi Nongri has an overlapping runner, and no one making that run again inside the box where he could have delivered. There was a player or two, but not at the right position. From the left, Back with Hardy. He's playing a few passes. Forced to because of the way Real Kashmir marking off those zones, those passing spaces. And a long ball forward was the only way. Done by Linter. That's well enough. Clever from Kenster. And intervened out there, but given away to Lajong. Renan Polino. He sure is thinking of a goal. He will. But Mohit Shabir makes it look too easy.
What a passage of play we've had. From the left flank, they were trying to make that insertion. But Renan D'Souza found a little bit of an open space and took a crack on the goal. But Mohit Shabir, full points for that save. Now from the left, they brought down once again, being loudly jeered by the crowd, the decision on that occasion.
And there's a replay of that shot from Renan Polino. Mohit Shabir made it look easy, but bonus points for the throw from there. It was almost to the opponent box there, with Crizo collecting it just ahead of that box. And they're taking their time off in every little injury or every little stoppage of play. But a really threatening position from where they can double the lead, Real Kashmir.
I think you would remember that goal from Lal Sangam in one of the Mohammedan SC matches against Gokulam Kerala, that long ball. And there was that little assist from the goalkeeper as well. Goalkeepers are often called the first line of attack as well. I think that is what Mohit Shabir was trying to do, get into the assist book. Just imagine if something like that pans out. Good little assist and then a finish from Crizo. Fairy tale, is it?
You have done your study, haven't you? Well, but right now, a free kick for Real Kashmir. Ramtina and Kamalesa, both out there, but so much height in the box. Only if it could have reached them. A handball, says the referee. And another free kick. They are surprised. Ishfaq is happy to be silent for the time being. He's just enjoying his team perform. Would love to see that
are we
again.
enjoying this game where there is an electrifying atmosphere? And like you mentioned, with a 2 p.m. kickoff, a game in the evening on a Sunday, a game in the evening on a weekday, and the people of Meghalaya will throng to the stadium in large numbers and will make their presence felt. But that's a dangerous place from which he takes that shot. But of course, couldn't really get that little finish from Shaheen. I think he's just injured himself on that occasion. The defender of Shillong Lajong, Daniel Gonzalez. Once again, if you see the replay.
At the far side, Marcus Silva was there. The straightaway collides and Shillong Lajong. That was risky. And from Mohit Shabir again, he was almost alone for one ray at time. And Henry Kiseka tries to switch it quick. It is a good game we are enjoying, to say the least. Crizo wouldn't find it. Narik Pista needs to release it quicker. Tried to find the best of people, and it was Hardy Nongri. How well a technique used to find that pass to Marcus Silva. Brilliant dribbling. But Haider Yusuf is not letting them in. And maybe we'll soon see some changes. Maybe Kinsel Lewis is the man I saw getting ready inside that dugout. And the shouts keep getting louder as they have another corner to take. Hadi Nongri, it is in swinging one to tease. A fifth corner for Shillong Lajong. And Hadi Nongri, can he rescue his team once again in the moment of need? Delivers to the far post. Not enough quality on that side. It was Kenster trying to just feed it back to someone inside.
Loyalty. Loyalty is all that you can see from Shillong Lajong's fans.
Oh, that's a giveaway. And taken back so quickly as well. This game is getting more intense with the game progressing. Jeremy. And Ramtina. And these two have been key in the middle of the park. Along with Henry Kiseka taking so much of workload today. And not playing as the proper striker up front. It is Krizo who is doing that. Haider Yusuf again to the rescue. Hadi Nongbri wins it back. And the tumble over the ball. Back with Muhammad Hamad. Now Haider Yusuf trying to play it long, but Daniel Gonzalez was there. And Marcus Silva in the gamble. Wayne Fast comes on top again. Muchapi taking his time. Well, they are sure missing the likes of Douglas Tardin, who is absent. Oh, almost another giveaway. They're pressing high now, but they have to also be aware that the back line doesn't open up in an attempt to do so.
Haider Yusuf trying to build it up here. Against the run of play, Real Kashmir can get that goal. Often we've seen in the past as well, against the run of play they've scored. Flashes it, but not good work on that occasion from Kamal. It just slips on the ground. Now trying to build it up. There comes the floater, but a wayward delivery on that occasion from Haider Yusuf, and the ball goes outside the sidelines, goal lines in fact. Header clearance once again, a low header in the midfield. Renan D'Souza gives that gentle back pass to Lingdo. Trying to build it up now. Build up is the only way they can get something. Look at the fans standing behind their team, showing unconditional support.
Well, and that is because this is not the first time that such a decision has not gone in their favor. Renan Polino is surprised, and he has to be careful. He wouldn't want to talk himself into the books, but they need a bit of luck going in their favor. Has he been booked now? Renan Polino has indeed gone into the books for the argument of the ball. A little unnecessary, but then sometimes necessary. As a captain, you need to put in your word. Time and again, decisions not going in your team's favor. And sooner or later, we'll see some changes in. Oh, clever idea, but Haider Yusuf coming in the wrong direction to target it. Rajat Paul Lingto launches it long. And sooner or later we'll see the changes, and we'll surely be waiting for Figo Sindai, who is back on the bench today. One back. Now Hadi Nongbri. Oh, that's a rough challenge again. He got the ball first, and that is the advantage, and it is a corner. And Muhammad Hamad, very physical presence in the back. He did it fairly, I believe, because he went for the ball with a follow through. Very rough.
Once again, if we see how things panned out on that occasion, the Might Lingdo to Hadi Nongbri, and then that little collision from Hamad, and the fans wanted a more stern decision from the on-field umpire. Now, getting ready for that little delivery, it's Frankie Buam.
Well, they're sure not enjoying this, Shillong Lajong. He was on the line anyway, and he still wants it to be pulled back. And here's Frankie Buam with the delivery. Maybe a goal can silence all questions, but Muhit Shabir is standing in the way. And now he's gone down. He seems to be in some pain. Would love to see the replay of it. And the physio is called upon immediately. And Shillong Lajong just trying to say that there was nothing much in it. And it is a bit of frustration creeping in, and that's how annoying it is to face the Real Kashmir side. They do not let you that freedom to go and attack. We'll see that again. There was a little nudge from Marcus Silva, but not too much.
I tell you, reaching the hour mark and what we've seen so far has been simply amazing. After a very long time in the I-League, we've seen a game that feels like a top drawer match.
It is Kinsai Luhid who will come on. But who will he replace is the bigger question. It has to be one of the midfielders, Arik Pista, Tamait Lingjo maybe. We'll get to know it soon. It seems to be Hadi Nongri. He was struggling a bit with those heavy challenges falling on him. Not having the best of nights here. Taken off, and Kinsel Luhid is brought on. He's the one who provided the assist for Abdul Karim in the reverse fixture. And here comes one of the fan favorites with a loud cheer, along with appreciations for Hadi Nongri, who has been a loyal provider for this club since years now. And here is Kinsel with his first touch. Kinsel, and the second isn't bad as well. Marcus Silva, a step over to the wrong side maybe. And there was a nudge again on Arik Pista. And here's Kinsel, straight away into the mix of things, and Arik Pista wins them a corner.
Haven't seen much of the Nepalese midfielder today, Arik Pista. Sure that he has more to offer in this match, but now a set piece and a chance for Shillong to come back. I think there'll be a little bit of a variation. Kinsai ball Luid.
It is Kinsel Luhid. He's straight away looking to turn the fixture around for his team. And another Real Kashmir player down in the box meanwhile. And the launch forward. Oh, that's a collision between two players of the same team. And Muid Shabir will go down again. And this time it was a clash, painful, but then things working in Real Kashmir's favor.
Clash of two of the similar players. I think it was Shaheen and Mohit who clashed. Mohit, it's the second time on the bounce that he has to be treated by the physio. Now all they are questioning is the fact that is Real Kashmir doing this to break the momentum which Shillong has gotten, because in the second half and especially in the last 10 minutes, Shillong have looked like a completely different unit. And especially with the kind of support which the crowd is giving them, seems like Shillong are going to give us an absolute treat of a game to watch. But that is their concern. That is the concern which Shillong Lajong is having. That is Real Kashmir doing this, staging this in fact, just stop them from getting the little momentum, because the majority of the action now is taking place in the defensive third of Real Kashmir. Been constant attacks, constant set pieces, haven't been able to breach through the defensive wall of Kashmir, but still there have been a lot of attacks.
Fact spoken, but they will of course take every second possible. They are away from home, they know the importance of that narrow 1-0 lead, and they will try to take every possible second. Maybe some additional time. We'll be seeing a good chunk maybe at the end, with the fans just making life difficult for Real Kashmir and Shillong Lajong. This also takes away the momentum from the attacks. They're suddenly getting the momentum in their favor, and then there's a breakdown of that pace of the game, the tempo of the game. It's all slowed down. And the bench still very concerned. Bobby Nongbert thinking of what plans he can come to up next. And they'll have to walk off pitch. They were injured, getting treatment inside the ground. And of course the goalkeeper cannot be taken off, so Wayne Vaz is the one, or rather the other player who was down. It was Wayne Vaz, I believe, will have to stay out for the time being, and the assistant referee having a brief talk.
It might be chilly in Shillong, but Kashmir and the referees, both of them, can feel the heat inside the ground.
Well, he's going to his pocket, I thought, for a moment.
It's because of the cold.
Well, I thought it was for a card. I'm not sure if it'll come out. Not really on this occasion.
This is the beauty about football in Northeast India. I mean, everybody wears their emotions and their passion on their sleeves. It seems like it is a do-or-die game for Shillong. The fact of the matter is, only a miracle can make Shillong qualify from here. But still, look at the way they're enjoying their game. Now a chance, but good work on this occasion from Rajat Paul Lingdo. Just gets off his mark, gets off his position and comes back. Now they're trying to build it up. Let's see how they can get back at the momentum which they had. From the right, he has a little bit of an open space, has to deliver it now, delivers it, but just a little bit too late, and then that left-footed shot, not finding the back of the net, not finding the target. Bobby Nongbit is not happy. Bobby Nongbit knows the importance of that. This time, of course, it was the Matt Lingdo, who has now been brought into the starting 11 after not being in the starting 11 in the previous game.
Oh, what a delightful ball there. The entire defense had no clue. Just a second early to that. It could have been better, but nonetheless should have kept it on target. But Frankie Puam, that run in the cross in. Kinsel was there too. But just the previous occasion where we talked about Rajat Paul Lingdo's outing, not the first time. A few positives of Rajat Paul Lingdo. His outings are really very good. His punches out from the box. He just knows the basics right. A very promising young goalkeeper. Has done a little mistake today to start with, but then made a few fantastic saves. And of course those 50-50 balls which comes out first before the attacker reaches it. His decision making, positioning, well, gives him the extra points to keep his spot in this starting 11.
And this is where something like a mindset comes into the picture. You have conceded a goal because of a little fumble. How do you still stage a comeback? How do you still brim of resilience? But we'll come to that. Hamad with a little throw in. But there was Daniel Gonzalez, and there's another little bit of a collision. It's all happening here at the SSA Stadium in Shillong, Meghalaya. There's been a spate of collisions. There's been a spate of injuries. Definitely not a sight to watch out for. It's just firing up the crowd every single time a real Kashmir player is going down. Daniel Gonzalez with that header clearance on that occasion. Once again, aerial route. Lingdo.
Well, history says, as we talked about earlier, that Shillong Lajong have never beaten Real Kashmir apart from this season. The last time they faced each other was in the 18-19 season, and won a match at this very venue. It was a 1-0 victory for Real Kashmir, and the other fixture out there in Kashmir was a 6-1 where Krizo had a goal as well as an assist. And here's Puam trying to get Lajong back. It'll be a goal kick just. But while talking about Krizo, he wouldn't let us really focus on Krizo because he's been the man on focus in the last few minutes.
Third time with Shabir. I tell you, this is tactics. This really is tactics.
Well, there were a few teammates pointing for a substitution, but the physio straight away just puts up his hand. Let me have a check, and I'll let you know if a change is needed. And Krizo wants the Shillong players out of that region. These are all signs of a team battling to get every 3-point they have coming towards them. And they are furious on the stands. Shabir is struggling with his knee. He already had a strapping there previously. To be fair to him, he just point in his favor, but of course, I wonder how much time will be added after the 90.
I think it's going to be another half of football, which we will see today.
I'm not sure if that has ever happened, but yeah, on a serious note, maybe at least 7-8 minutes is what we'll see at the end of 90 being added on. Wouldn't be surprised. Just having a check there, Mohit Shabir.
Mohit Shabir. Stretching his legs just to make sure that he's fine. There, of course, is Shivam Kiran. He can still fill in the boots of the goalkeeper's position.
Well, we talked about Shillong, Lajong and the possible substitutions. One of them is already on, the likes of Kinsai Luhid. But Real Kashmir have a good, strong bench. They have the likes of Bai Kamo, and they have Carlos Lomba as well. So many weapons. And of course, Atiba Matar, Randy Farm, all of them comes useful when needed. Krizo with a foul. Time is running out gradually. 72nd minute on. Renan Paulino. Can Shillong Lajong stage a comeback as they so often have? Ronnie. They've exchanged sides there. Not often we see centre backs doing that. Ronnie and Daniel Gonzalez. Interesting. Not sure why, but maybe trying to stop Krizo and Henrik Seka from that side. Solid from Renan Paulino. And Tamait Lingdo with the control. Lajong playing quite a few passes together. One from the right. Has abundance of options. Under pressure from Sahir Shaheen, and Wayne Vaz wins a throw in. And quickly taken as well. Mohamed Ahmad has his hands over Marcus Silva. And just not enough, says the official. And not much complaints as well. Better, much better from the home side. And that is a free kick. And might be a card too, not sure really. Well, just a free kick. It was Jeremy, I believe, tracking back. And now the number of fouls are increasing for Real Kashmir too. It is 6. And it'll be Arik Besta with his left. Some hope still remaining. But there is a question mark at the end of that sentence. And to clear that path, to wipe out that question mark, Rick Pista needs to deliver. And just waiting and looking at his options. Goes towards goal himself, but just over. A brief moment of silence prevails at the SSA Stadium. Shabir takes it along. Krizo wins it back, but scores down too easily. Frankie Buam. And they'll still win it back. The commitment and the determination is growing. And so are the growls. And another free kick. There are 2 changes waiting for Real Kashmir on the touchline. Shabir's 10th clean sheet. is under a threat from Shillong Lajong. Atib and Ifam are the two men coming on. And they are replacing Jeremy. And one of the two players coming off. 55% possession for Shillong Lajong, 45 for Real Kashmir. And of course, Adnan Ayub as well comes off.
The captain, Renan D'Souza, all he has to do is deliver in that perfect ball, but he decides to be a little creative. Now slams the ball forward. There was a little bit of a chance, but once again, not given to Shillong.
That's an offside given. And I would really love to see a replay of it. This is the second occasion. Daniel Gonzalez was in an offside position. It was him going for the ball, and that's why the decision was given. A correct call there from the assistant referee.
Being replaced by jersey number 5, Amand. And again for
Renan
Real Kashmir,
Polino.
jersey number 28, Jeremy
Brings it
being
back.
replaced by number 11.
Running
who's
forward
off.
now with more intent. The two number 6. Well, it was a farm there. Quick exchanges. Frankie Buam looking for shooting angles. Got contact from behind and he appeals for a penalty. And in vain once again.
Boy, this game is boiling right down to the wire. I tell you, Shillong, if they can get a goal, there might be a few other goals as well. There is a possibility of a few goals on this occasion. Building it up from the left. Moving forward. Ball once again goes outside the sidelines.
But at the same time, have to praise the way Real Kashmir are controlling this game, keeping it in their charge. And the lead still maintained, that only goal at the early moments. Real Kashmir doing everything possible to take all 3 points home. They're frustrating this Shillong side here. And the Snow Leopards have really learned to hunt away from home, which had been a problem for them. And not anymore, it seems. Wayne Vass under some desperate pressure. Shabir with a long clearance, as long as he can send it, but still finds Henry Kiseka, and he'll get it back. Wonderful first touch, but top defending from Kenster. Farm has it. Real Kashmir won the second. They want to close the game down now. They have faced enough of those Lajong attacks and the vocal background. Henry Kiseka wins it back. One step over. Almost found the target there.
I tell you, a goal over here and Real Kashmir would be in a much better space. They would be confident of then capping off this game with the victory. Now Marco Silva decides to give it behind to Renan D'Souza. Now from the right, back again with Renan D'Souza. Arik Bista to build it up now. Arik Bista with that forward push. Look at that. The Matt Lingdo. He was the one who had scored the goal. A chance. This is exactly what the Matt Lingdo can do. Those pile drivers, those cracks on the goal from a distance is what he specializes in. It's his second shot of the day. I haven't seen a lot from the youngster, but he's doing well. Mohit Shabir once again.
His clean sheet is his favorite.
Absolutely, can be his 11th clean sheet. And they've just conceded 11 goals also incidentally in this entire tournament. Now, moving forward from the left. Build up. Quintili give that little ball. Marco Silva get past the first line of defense of Real Kashmir.
Well, there's some
Ahmad just having a word.
He's not having a word really. There was a heated argument between Marcus Silva and Haider Yusuf. They were into a clash, or it was Atib maybe. And the referee will warn them both. It was Haider Yusuf indeed. Well, quick little pass inside. Kinsel is thinking of a shot. And now Eric Pesta, clever little ball through, forced to make sure the defender decides one way. Criso up against Ronnie Wilson, a tough task, and he has found a pass through, and they have options, free ones. And look at Henry Kiseka's run, trying to find him. Daniel Gonzalez, such an important flick at the right time.
It was a good little ball from Kamalisa. And there was Henry Kiseka right over there.
And there's the cross again. The
Look at the delivery. Absolutely fantastic. But Daniel Gonzalez has been fantastic as well.
Corner right now for Real Kashmir. Can the double it? Rajat Paul linked to again, making sure his team has a chance in this game. Time and again, he has not allowed Real Kashmir to get their second and kill the game. Credits to Rajat Paul Lingdo. Oh, some frustration from Criso, and that's not something we see left off by the officials. But today is a kind of a day where all those 50-50 decisions have fallen in favor of Real Kashmir. Criso apologizing, has a lot of experience, and he avoids the card. Paulino is on a yellow card, has to be careful. And Lajong start quickly, trying to find the pass through. Kinsel running into free space, felt a nudge from behind. Couldn't get it back, and now Henry Kiseka wouldn't find it as well. 7 more minutes of regulation time. Beautiful touch from Kenster. Damite has space, finds Kenster again on the overlap, deflected off Muhammad Hamad for another Lajong corner.
This is absolutely fantastic, and we have the Portuguese Carlos Lomba, who I think will be replacing, and I think it's a goal, is it? Not
Well,
quite yet.
They
but
were appealing for penalty there.
okay, the kind of atmosphere which was created seemed like it was a goal because the camera wasn't there. But I think Carlos Lomba will be replacing Henry Kiseka. We'll shortly get to see that.
But more than that, I would like to see the penalty appeals. Another moment in the box from that corner kick.
It's Criso who might be getting replaced at this moment. Don't think so. He's happy with being replaced. Criso. 11 goals in the tournament already. Carlos Lomba, the Portuguese, makes his way into the ground.
Number 9, free throw is
Or
being
maybe he's
replaced
not happy
by
because
jersey
he had to go out from the shorter side. He wanted to take more time off and walking to that longer part of the pitch. But Henry Kiseka now will be leading strike, and Carlos Lomba brought on to shut shop. And there he does his work straight away. Headed out. And Haider Yusuf. Unorthodox control. Sharp passing. Here's Kinsel. Try to find Kenster, who has grown into this game. Time running off. Arik Pista being urged forward. Kinsel control. He has surely made an impact since coming on. But that has been given as a throw-in for Real Kashmir. Zero luck today. Sure you can hear the constant boos. Carlos Lomba steals it. Atib.
Inside ball, Lewitt it was. Now from the left, there you can see he's moving forward. He's looking for a few options here. Arik Bista towards his left, but he decides to go. Still deciding, he has a few options. There's the floater! And good work from Mohit Shabir. It's all happening at the SSA Stadium. Full stretch dive towards his left. And King's side ball Lewitt meant business here.
And tell you what, he took his time, waited for the decision. Saw that near post open, but that is the best work Mohit Shabir has done tonight. That save can be deciding.
Shillong still with their team, the supporters. Now this could be a chance, looking for a space. But there were a flurry of defenders, a sea of blue defenders that eventually intercepted that attack. Brilliant defending from Real Kashmir on that occasion. There's a little bit of a tussle once again, and look at the ball possession. Being dominated by Shillong Lajong, 57% so far in this match. Now, Bista. Lewitt with that quick turn. Kengstar, Arik Bista facing stiff resistance. There's a little bit of a mispass. Couldn't really give it to Kengstar. He'll be pretty happy with the way things have panned out. Ishfaq, it's been a high voltage game so far and being dominated by Real Kashmir. Carlos Lomba, someone you can keep your eyes on. Kamalisa.
What
Lewitt.
What an entertaining game this has been, to say the least. Against Kashong has seen a ball forward. Buam wanted Marcus Silva in the box, who was a bit late to react. And here's Kinsel. All of those red shirts surrounding them need to move around. Kenster again. Blocked and the giveaway. And here's Tamait Lingto. Toe poke and not finding a teammate. And one back. Lajong have suddenly waken up from sleep. And that was more of an easy gift to Mohit Shabir. Marcus Silva. And we have seen him score a spectacular this season, but he needs better. 9 shots now from Shillong Lajong. They had 1 just in that first half.
Now Shano is going to make his way Bobby Nongwood just decides to get some fresh legs into the ground, and of course the mantling toe will have to go off,
Substitution for Shillong Lajong.
and I think
Number
one of
8,
the players of
the
Real
man
Kashmir
scoring the
will have to be
opening goal,
stretchered
jersey
out.
number 29,
Quickly take a look who
Shanu
that is.
Seems to be Haider Yusuf, but Shano Taryang goes off, and it is 9 massive
And
minutes
additional time
added on
of
at the end of
9
90.
minutes.
This is a good chunk of additional time, and I would say that is very fair. The amount of time that has been wasted on pitch, be it intentional, be it not, but the time has been added on. Bobby Nongwood, he cannot believe his luck. His team has done everything every day, gone into attacks time and again, looked lethal, but something has been missing. And last day's super sub, Tamai Klingdo, has gone off. But with that does the luck come with another potential super sub. Shano will wait and find that. But Shillong Lajong this season have loved to change history. And we mentioned time and again, history says they have never beaten Real Kashmir. It's very difficult from here. They will try. And Real Kashmir will be hoping that their 3 points are sealed.
Now, it was near the edge of the penalty box that the action was taking place. Taryang, and it's going to be a corner and a chance. Ifam, it is, and a chance for Real Kashmir to get that second goal and put a seal on this match. Here we go. There comes the floater. Couldn't really get that header on point on that occasion. Shaheen is right over there to get the back of the net.
Shillong have 8 more minutes to stage a comeback. Carlos Lomba, and that'll be a miss pass.
This is not just a fight for 3 points from Shillong Lajong. This is a fight for their pride and for their glory at home. The fans, they would need something in return to the amount of unconditional support they have showed. Yes, there are no conditions when there is this kind of support. You can see that slowly the stadium, which was packed to the rafters, people are now slowly and gradually heading back home. They might be thinking that well and truly Kashmir's defensive department is absolutely top-notch. Watertight defense. What can the men in red do? Daniel Gonzalez, the grounded pass forward. D'Souza, Pista, Luid, good passing. Once again the combination play. Back to Luid. They decide to build it up. There's still a little bit of time left. There's still around about 6 minutes remaining on the clock, and a misdirected pass, and once again the ball goes outside the sideline. Exactly what Ishfaq Ahmed and co need. Ishfaq Ahmed has been a professional footballer himself from Kashmir. He's played for 3 of the biggest clubs in Calcutta. He's played for Mohammedan SC, he's played for Mohun Bagan, he's played for East Bengal as well. He was a fantastic player during his heydays. He's also a part of the IFF technical committee.
Would have loved to play for Real Kashmir too had he been playing right now. But of course, he is the head. And the yellow card coming out. It is for Wayne Vaz. They're trying to double their lead. But another point that Shillong Lajong have combined on all the 4 now. Scored only 2 goals against Real Kashmir. One came from Abdul Karim, as we said, and the other one was scored by Samuel Kinshi back in 2018, who is now playing for Punjab FC in the Indian Super League. Here's a long ball for. He was with Real Kashmir last season, Samuel Kinshi. Renan Paulino couldn't clear it well enough. And they're putting a few numbers forward right now. Good technique on that pass. Henry Kiseka still stays in control. Somehow, Carlos Lomba, they can afford to take their time down that corner flag. And that is what he's trying.
Win. Kamalisa facing stiff resistance from the defenders of Shillong Lajong. Once again, one of the players has been down. Renan D'Souza. I think he might just invite trouble. Kamalisa once again. This is another tactic to slow things down. What will Akash Kumar do?
Rajat Paul Lingdo just setting his wall up for one final battle to resist. He has done so well to provide his team with some support from the back. After that first goal, time and again, well, Kashmir created chances, all stopped by him. Can he resist once more? Ifam with the delivery, flick back, and now Atibu with the shot. And a free kick for Shillong Lajong. And they launch it quickly. And Rajat Paul Lingdo has seen Marcus Silva front. Bit of confusion. And now Shano, the substitute, looking to combine. And Marcus Silva leaves it for Arik Pesta. And now from the left, a touch from Haider Yusuf. And that's awkward, pass in. Carlos Lomba has been brought in for this very reason. And he does his job. He's still trying.
Time's ticking away for Shillong. Now can they act as a spanner in the fireworks of Real Kashmir, get that goal? But from the midfield they're trying to build it up. There is a little bit of an open space. They need that delivery, delivers the ball, but Hamad does so well to clear the ball out of the danger zone. Once again, King Sailang Kongshit on your screen, building it up from the right.
Shano just turning his man and controlling it, forced to play it back. A minute and a half more for Shillong Lajong to try something. A good touch inside the box, and they have made the comeback complete. A cloud cover over Real Kashmir's dream, and Renan Paulino has made it possible for Shillong Lajong.
Unbelievable scenes. It is hard to experience what is going on right now. Real Kashmir with the hard work right throughout the game in the driver's seat. And boy oh boy, how the mighty fall, how the tables turn, how the fortunes change. This is top action. We have a game in hand with just about 30 seconds remaining.
Well, they do not give up. This is the best part of this Shillong Lajong team. Be it the 99th minute of the game, they are still playing like the first. There's no giving up. But there might be one last attack hidden in this game. Is there more surprises?
There was a yellow card which was flashed to one of the members of Shillong Lajong, it seems like. Once again, if you see the replay.
But there was the poke, but Daniel Gonzalez was on a yellow already. Has he been sent off? One last chance. Is there more drama left? solid challenge. And they continue their run forward. And this is exciting from Shillong Lajong. One last attack remaining maybe, and no foul, says the ref. And that's a giveaway to Renan Polino. Kinsel controls, and he's looking to drive inside, and a corner for the home side. And the SSA Stadium erupts in joy, and look at that background. And this is what it means to them.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps is all you will feel if you are at the SSA Stadium. Unreal atmosphere here. Delivers in the ball. Just over. How close was it? Perfect kind of delivery you would want from your set piece maker. Just make it over.
Well, this might be the last kick of the game. Mohit Shabir and Real Kashmir. They saw 3 points so close, but couldn't gather it. It was Shillong Lajong who had other plans, never gave up and fought back. Bobby Nongbert will not be happy, but so proud of these boys. They show character against tough Real Kashmir, and a friendly hug from the two head coaches. These are scenes we like to see, but two masterminds of the game. Entertainment-filled 90 minutes for the crowd. And this is what Indian football is all about. And the fans and the gameplay, everything on top from both of these sides. How many times this season have we seen this Lajong side fight back? It doesn't matter they're not on the top of the table. It doesn't matter they have not found 3 full points here. But what they show throughout the 90 is what gets the crowd going like that. Every pass, every challenge, every chance created is a festival here in Shillong.
Absolutely brilliantly put by Vashar over there, and of course ball possession, majority of it being dominated by Shillong Lajong in the second half of the game. A total of 21 shots in the game, 11 from Shillong Lajong of course, and 5 yellow cards being flashed in the entire match. Now of course
11 shots from Shillong Lajong there. 3 from Marcos Silva, 2 from Damait Lingdo, 2 from Kenster, 2 from Renan Polino, 1 from Arik Pista, and 1 from Kinsel Lohit. And the 10 shots from Real Kashmir, 2 from Henry Kiseka, Jeremy Krizo, everyone trying, but they could not get more goals. Rajat Paul Lingdo was on the way. Muhammad Hamad as well with 2 attempts. Adnan Ayub and Atib with an attempt each.
those 12 fouls from Shillong Lajong. What was an absolute action-packed game. Arik Pista 2, Adinong, Kinsailan, Shit, Daniel Gonzalez, Damait Lingdo, and of course Gensta, all of them finding their names in this creative. Of course, if you take a look at the fouls of Real Kashmir, the visitors, Jeremy with 3, Krizo with 2, Wayne Baz with 2, and of course Randina with 1 as well. The Snow Leopards would be disappointed with the way things have panned out in those last couple of minutes, but that is what it does. Both teams get 1 point each, and Shillong Lajong now are on par with Interkashi, where Real Kashmir now it seems improbable that they would go to the next stage.
Opens up for Srinidhi Deccan, who will fancy their chances, get closer to Mohammedan Sporting. But this is why the I-League is so interesting. And there's how the game went by. The story of the game in a glimpse. It was Real Kashmir creating a few chances. Shillong Lajong had only 1 shot in the first half, and this was the goal. Win fast with the assist. A free run from Adnan Ayub and a little fumble from Rajat Paul. Apart from that, he has been solid throughout the 90.
Of course, Real Kashmir bossing the majority of the game over here. This, of course, was brilliant defending from Shahir Shaheen. Then, of course, a few chances. This was a good passage of play, but that finishing touch was missing from Marcos Silva. Here again, Jeremy from a distance. He got enough from that one. There was another chance, Crizo, but of course, Daniel Gonzalez is winning the petty battle from the right, flashed in the ball, but not a good passage of play directly from Shillong. But in the second half, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant work from Shillong. Lajong looked like a re-energized unit. Majority of it was taking place in there. In the place of third, this was an absolute fire driver of a shot from D'Souza. Chance. Did he get enough from this one?
And they never gave up, but there were a few more chances created by Henry Kiseka. Crizo time and again knocking the door. Sometimes the defense, sometimes Rajat Paul Lingdo, and well, this was Daniel Gonzalez on this occasion. But they kept fighting. Kinsel with a few attempts. This was the most clever one from him. And Muchabin matched up with that save. But this was the moment which got the crowd erupting in joy. But more than that, heartbreak for Real Kashmir. And that is all from this very match. Match number 124 comes to an end as Shillong and Real Kashmir share points 1-1 at full time. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the game and hope to see you again soon. Signing off from the com box, myself, Vash Prakosh, and my co-commentator, Shankar Shankar.